Hi, I'm Chris, and welcome to the Synergistic Singing Studio. Today, I'm going to talk about confidence, and this will be part of a series. So confidence, the cycle, confidence, the feeling, and confidence, the choice. And today we're going to talk about the cycle, and I really want to dig into the cycle that many singers, both beginning singers and experienced singers, will get into with confidence. So there is the most common cycle that I see with confidence, and this is where you create more and more lack of confidence in your own singing. So if you are a beginning singer or even experienced singer, we're all kind of vulnerable to this cycle that we can get into. And what happens is you can sing something, and let's say you sing something and you record that, and then you listen back and you say, well, that sounded bad. And then, so then you sing again and you try something different, and then you go back and then you listen again, and you're listening for what's wrong, or if it sounds good yet, and then it doesn't sound good. So then, out of panic, you do it again. But this time you do it again and you do it with more tension, or more of something. And so you end up doing more than you were before, and many things in singing require less. So as you are trying to get to a good sound so you can feel good about your singing, you're actually doing the very thing that makes your singing worse and less pleasant. And then, of course, because there's more tension in singing, as you go through this cycle of singing, listening, judging, singing, listening, judging, it gets more and more tired vocally. And as you get more and more tired vocally, then, of course, it's harder to make any changes in your singing. And so you can go around and around and around in the cycle. And then at some point you say, I'm just not a good singer. And you give up and you move on. And then maybe you try the next day. Maybe you try 10 years later. Maybe you go sign up with a teacher. And then maybe if you do it right and you do the right things, then you'll sound good. And then if you sound good, then you can feel good about your singing. And then you can feel like you're a good singer. I don't know if you're seeing how this cycle is not a winning strategy. This is not something that will get you to better singing, or if it happens to get you to better sounding singing, you produced a lot of tension, rigidity in the process that you might run into in other things in your singing. Or you have produced a lot of anxiety and mistrust in yourself and in your voice. It's really hard. It can be really hard when you're singing on your own and all you have is your own judgments about yourself to accompany your singing. And then also if you don't know how your voice works and all that kind of stuff, like it makes it really tough. How do you get out of that cycle and into a different place where singing is feeling better, and then as it feels better, you make new sounds, and that opens your sense of possibility with your singing. And then because these are all happening, you start to trust your voice more, and then the sounds start to come out, but in a way that feels good and that feels reliable. The easiest thing is to go through an experience and be guided through that. So I have made a class around that, and you can check in the description box below if you want to know more about that. And in the meantime, here's something you could think about. So a lot of people sing in the beginning when they're singing. They might have had this moment where they were enjoying singing, and then they thought, oh, I wonder if I sound any good, or could I sound good, or what have you. And then all the focus becomes about sounding better. And of course, as we know, when there's a lot of focus on that, then you get into a cycle. You can easily get into a cycle. So instead, what you could go back to is the question of when and how does singing feel better for me? How could you enjoy you're singing as it is now, and where is it feeling good right now as you sing. So you can take a line from a song, you can sing through a song and decide, okay, which line just feels good, physically good or emotionally good, or something about it just feels nice to me, feels pleasant. And then go a little deeper and say, which word of this song feels especially good to sing? And then go a little deeper. Is there a consonant or is there a vowel that just feels really nice? And then when you find that moment, when you feel that something feels good in your singing, that's actually your nervous system saying, hey, we like how you're organizing this. We like how you're making this sound. So you can take that particular sound and decide, maybe there's a word. Maybe there's a word car. You sing car somewhere in a song and that just feels good the way you do it. Take that and play around with that. What if you did the whole phrase, but instead of the regular words you use for that phrase, replace it all with car and see what that feels like. So as you bring your attention more to what's feeling good, it makes it more likely that things will become less rigid inside. And then it makes it easier to make new sounds or to have more freedom overall. But the cool part is that even if you don't sound better, because most people are, it takes time to sound better as a singer, even if you don't sound better immediately, you're going to enjoy singing as it is now, as your singing is right now. And of course, if you're enjoying singing as it is right in this moment, you're more likely to sing more. And as you sing more and as it's feeling better, then there's a better chance that you're going to go into a cycle of confidence. So when you find the car or, the one word or one sound that feels a little bit better than the rest, you're getting a clue into the techniques that are already working better for you in your singing. And they're right there, they're happening inside already, but you might not have noticed it if all the focus was on the sound or on whatever feels the worst. But there's no guarantees. And this is why I did a class, because there are things that can happen along the way. And this is just one way to kind of scratch the tip of the iceberg, to just get that first foot in the door of what this might be like. So I hope you found that potential exploration or exercise helpful or interesting, and I hope you try it out. And again, for more information on the class I'll be doing around this, you can click the link in the description box below. And I hope that you enjoy your singing a little more today. Thanks for watching.